Okay, so a few more now. We need to deal with take. You can take part in something, like participate. Take part in a competition, take part in some kind of group event. But yeah, lots of things you can take part in. A tournament, take part, very often with sports, a tournament, a competition. Okay, we take a photo, we don't make a photo. Okay, we take a photo. You could have your photo taken, if you remember the earlier expression with have, which is similar to passive, but we take a photo. Take an exam, take a test as well. Now please remember, pass and fail are the opposites here. Very often they test this. You can pass an exam and do well, or you can fail an exam and do badly. But you take an exam just for the process of actually having the exam. I don't think we often say write an exam, but somebody told me in Canada they do. Okay, take medicine. You take medicine if you feel sick. You also take tablets, by the way, and things like that as well, for the same reason. Take tablets. Okay, take a shower. You can also have a shower, but you take a shower. You take the bus to school. You go by bus to school. You get to school by bus. You know, or you get the bus to school. Get the bus to school works as well. Okay, take your time. Relax. Don't rush. Yeah, you still have time. So take your time. Don't rush the exam, for example. Take your time. Take me to the airport. Yeah, if perhaps your dad takes you to the airport. You could also say he drops you off at the airport. Okay, and then maybe when you come back, he come back home after your holiday, he picks you up from the airport. Please remember these phrasal verbs, they're very useful. Okay, on to come now. Two phrasal verbs to start with, come up with and come out with. I'm trying to mix phrasal verbs in with the collocations because I think it helps. Come up with means think of an idea, think of a new idea, come up with a plan, come up with a suggestion, come up with an idea, and it's that process of actually arriving at some kind of great idea. Okay? Oh, by the way, that makes me think you also take a decision over here. You take a decision or make a decision. Take a decision or make a decision. Okay. Come out with just means speak. Yeah, he came out with something stupid in the meeting yesterday. Yeah, so closer to said actually. Sorry, he said something stupid. Yeah, he came out with something stupid. He came up with a stupid idea. But he came out with means he said it. He came up with means he conceived it. He thought it. Come to a conclusion. It's maybe I came to the conclusion that, you might write it in an essay or something like that, but it's when you come to a conclusion. A story comes to an end, yeah, or a film comes to an end after you've watched it for 2 hours. And come home, remember, like go home, no preposition. Okay, let's do 3 more and then we'll look at a noun and we'll finish. But let's start with pay, run and set will do, but there are many more. These are not all. I just wanted to give you a selection of possible words which you may come up against, another phrasal verb, in the exam. Okay, so let's start with pay. You pay attention. Yeah, if somebody's not listening in my class, I say pay attention and they start to listen, hopefully. Okay, pay someone a visit. Strange expression, but true. Pay someone a visit. I paid my mother a visit yesterday. And pay your bills, of course, the one which we all know. We all pay our bills, of course, we have to. Okay, run has hundreds of different meanings, especially in terms of phrasal verbs. But let's just look at some of them. Obviously, you can run in a race. Yeah, that's the one we all know. But also, your nose can run, doesn't it? Your nose runs. To give you a strange other example of how it can be used, when you've got a cold and it's blocked, your nose, sometimes it runs. Okay, you can run a company. Yeah, you can say, my dad runs this company, or I don't know, my friend runs this company. Run someone over for a phrasal verb. Unfortunately, we ran over our neighbour's dog. I mean, tragic or something like that, but it means the car hit the dog. You can run over a person as well. Okay, you can run out of, very common phrasal verb. Run out of means have nothing left. Run out of coffee. Yeah, we have run out of coffee, we need to buy some more. We've run out of time, we need to finish this lesson. We've run out of anything which you use every day. So run out of petrol is very common if you go on a long journey. Okay, and another phrasal verb would be run on, and this kind of means be powered by. What I mean is you can say, my car runs on water. I mean, it's very unlikely, but hopefully in the future we will have cars which run on water, which are powered by water. Okay? So there are many more with run. You've probably already come up against, you've already gone through many examples of run. So you don't worry, you know many of these phrasal verbs already. Let's try set then now. I need to get rid of some of these just to give me some space. So you can set yourself a target, a goal, a challenge. Yes, set yourself targets, goals, aims, challenges. Set yourself a challenge, set yourself a target. Okay, you can also set up a business. Set up a business. You could, I suppose, yeah, we usually use it with businesses or companies. Set up a company, set up a business. You can set off, and it just means leave here. We set off at 8 o'clock for our holiday. Yeah, it just means leave your house, set off. Don't be worried by it. It's a simple phrasal verb. But more difficult one, set out. And this is like layout, which I think is very similar. The contract sets out the terms and conditions. Yeah, the contract lays out the terms and conditions. So it means that it lists, it's like lists here, it lists the terms and conditions, it sets them out, it lays them out. Okay, so there are some difficult ones with set. Set someone up, for example. This is if the police or somebody else make you look guilty for the crime. If they make you look guilty, they set you up. Anyway, there are many more with set, and this isn't a phrasal verb, this is collocation, so I'll leave it there. Let's look at the collocations with one more noun, money. Okay. We're going to look at the collocations with a noun now, because you need to know them with nouns. I mean, time is another very useful noun for learning all the collocations of, because they often test them. So let's look at money for a start. What can we do with money? We can waste money, or we can spend it well. We can save money. We can inherit money. If somebody in your family dies, then perhaps you inherit some money. Invest money. We can raise money. Yeah, often talk about raising money for charity. If somebody is doing something for charity, they are collecting money for charity. They are raising money for charity. We also talk about donating with charities. You donate money to a charity. It means you give money to a charity. Donate means give. You also donate blood donation. Okay, but you donate money, and of course you can lose money and make money. And that means that make also goes with profit. Make a profit, make a loss. Okay, just worth remembering some of these, coming back to make. Okay, so I just wanted to show you one noun as well, but I mean, you know, I could easily make this time. I'll just give you a couple more with time, because I think I can think of them without having it prepared. There are so many with time. So you need to know things like from time to time, in your time, yeah. Take your time. I think we did earlier, didn't we? Take your time, but we've already done that. From time to time. What other ones for time? In time for something, but on time. Certainly worth remembering. In time for the meeting. Yeah, I arrived in time for the meeting. I arrived on time, full stop. That's the difference. In time for needs an object. Yeah, and you know, there are more expressions with time. There are so many. Please try and learn as many as possible as you come up against them. But I think that's enough for today. That's already a lot of different collocations. We're going to look at, what are we going to look at next? Synonyms, I think we'll look at next, because it's also something which they check that you know the difference between different words, when there are slight differences in meaning. So we'll look at that in the next lesson, but please go to my website or blog and try some of the quizzes and questions which I've made on these collocations. I hope that they'll help you. I'm also linking to other websites which I really like, which I consider excellent places for practicing for your FCE. So follow those links as well, and yeah, I hope you get a great mark.